lovely Sunday morning. What's up, everyone? I am the messenger of God, the Lilith reincarnated. I'm going to skip the intro and save my breath. In order to keep up with me, you would have seen what I posted on my community page, my latest live video, and my shorts. Well, it's Sunday fun day. I woke up to praise God, but things from yesterday were still upon my mind. Something happened yesterday that I didn't know what to deal with, and that's exactly what I said. Oh, I'll ask God, and I left it alone. And that's where I came up, and I was like, I told my daughter what had happened. I was like, my spirit's saying not to touch this, and I left it alone. And I didn't really talk about it. It just happened. A lot of things happen we don't really speak on until we've processed it. So this morning I was standing out in this freaking with the dog, and in the sun, and I was reminded of what happened yesterday in a different fucking perspective, and how wrong that was. So I'm about to snitch somebody out, and I'm about to end a relationship, another one. And actually, I just want to point out that Steve's Love Tarot said this would happen in his Saturday video. He said they're going to come at you because they want some money. You were right. You were right. What happened? I can't believe it. I didn't act, and that's what it is I have a no bullshit response. I don't really respond to the bullshit till later, after it's sunk in. When it happens, I'm pretty numb to whatever the fuck is going on. So yesterday, of course, I had told you how I was one of, and I saw it on the news, I was one of 32,000 out of, 500,000 people that didn't. I was one of the 32,000 that got their SNAP benefits. So yesterday, as I was coming in, Red, who is an employee, who was standing behind the desk, turned to me, and at first I didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, I got 50 on 100. So what are you talking about? He said, I'll trade you. I got 50 on 100. And I was like, oh, you talking about my stamps? He said, yup. I was like, I don't know. I'll talk to God. He's like, for sure, though. And that's all I said. And I didn't think much of it. I thought it was some bullshit, but at the same time, I was like, well, people are desperate, I guess. But then I didn't think too much of it till this morning, and God showed me how fucking wrong that was. Let's start with the basics. Number one, you're not my fucking friend, and I'm not your fucking friend. Do you just run around asking anybody for their fucking resources? Now, I want to go back to it. 2 months ago, I asked to be this guy's friend outside of work, but he told me he couldn't break the rules. The real truth is because he's sleeping with another woman that works here. We call her Big Dread. She's about a 300-pound woman with dreads. They come together, he drops her off in the back of the parking lot. They act like they came separately, but they're all together and all in on it, and you should see them with their little work romance. It's great. Who cares? I wasn't hurt by it. I just laughed at it. Desperate times come for desperate measures, whatever the case may be. But right then, when he said he couldn't talk to me out of work because he didn't want to lose his job, I was all, you'll lose your job if they know you're fucking your employees. But I didn't say nothing. I was like, oh, okay, you double standard on that shit. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But what about what you just did? And that's integrity, bro. When nobody's watching, you act a little bit different. Nobody knows what you said. Bitch, you said it on the camera in front of the fucking entrance sitting at work. You asked me to break the law. Out of all the hungry people in this building that don't have jobs or food stamps, your bitch ass with a fucking job that just got done telling me they're giving you an extra $7 on the hour for working doubles. All that money, and you're sitting here trying to take from my family? You just walk around asking people, you just break the rules like that? You just ask people to fucking lose their fucking security because you can't feed your fucking daughter? Explain that. Of all the hungry people in this building, I'm supposed to worry about the employees? What? Secondly, these people, bro, you don't, if the tables were turned and I didn't get my food stamps and you got yours, and I asked you some shit like that, you're gonna respond with, let me talk to God? You gonna break the rules? You're gonna take the risk of losing your food stamps and shit because me and my family are hungry? Integrity, bro. That's all that is. And I told you, if they ain't got it, it's 3. That means he's not honest and he's not loyal. That's what that means, bro. That's what that means, bro. They lack one, they lack all. You get a person that's telling you a lie, you better know they're not honest ever. Not in front of people or outside of people. So I'm not going to sit with this. I'm boiled. I'm walking the dog and I'm boiled. And here comes Janine to come to work. And I'm like, Janine, we got a problem. And she handles the problems. That's why I fought for her to be here. Because when there's a problem, she'll send out an email and she'll handle the problem. I was like, we got a problem, bro. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and report that to the supervisor. Of course you are, and so am I. And that's getting too motherfucking comfortable with a bitch. You don't know me. You thought I was gonna keep your secret? Or you thought I was gonna break the law for you? Why would you ask a priestess to lie, steal, and cheat? You don't know who the fuck I am? Or you just think because I have a ghetto tone and I laugh at the ghetto shit that I'm a ghetto bitch that do ghetto shit like you and your family? All the fucking people that are hungry out here. And yeah, I'm supposed to take care of a grown man with a job that has a woman with a job? What the fuck is wrong with you? I hope you catch this video before you come into work. Because otherwise you're going to unknowingly be catching a fucking disciplinary action. And that goes back to it. I already said it. What kind of dude comes to work and bums off of fucking homeless people? I done bought this dude a pack of cigarettes before so he wouldn't ask me all day. And then he turns around and 2 days later asks me for more cigarettes. Never returned the pack of cigarettes I bought for the motherfucker. And that's what it is. You give a bitch, and this is a bitch. You give a bitch an inch and the motherfucker want everything that he could get out of you. It's not my friend. It's an absolute employee, bro. Like, you don't even know me to be bumming off of me. And that's you too comfortable at work. I feel better, and now I could turn this off, and I could praise my music, and I could get ready for my daily teachings. But we get rid of the negativity when we, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't wake up earlier with this. I woke up when I woke up with it. And when you wake up with some shit, you deal with that shit. You don't carry that shit all day. You don't let that shit sit in the back of your head. You take action on a motherfucker. That's the problem with truth, bro. When you see the truth, you do something about it. And I've been known to let the truth slide because I don't want to deal with the after effects. I don't want to be a bitch. Bro, if I don't fucking turn your bitch ass in, you're going to pull this bitch ass move with everybody. And you had no respect. You did it with a priestess, with a servant of God. You said, hey, can I sin with you? Can I turn you into a sinner? Will you feed my sins? The fuck is wrong with you? I really want to meet your parents. Again, this was a person I tried to become friends with. You can see how I'm attracted to fucking lowlifes, bro. Low-life individuals. They're a good person. They appear to be a good person on the surface. They're such great actors, bro. Literally, they got me fooled. You look like a good person. You look like someone I could talk to outside. You look like someone I could get along with. But the longer you spend with these people, you realize they're not nothing like you. They're just trying to be like you. They're just trying to be liked. That's some shit, isn't it, though? Yeah, it really happened to me. I didn't know what to say, bro. I didn't know what to say. And that's usually what... I never know what to fucking say to some shit like... You know what I mean? Half the shit that people be spitting at me. What the fuck you're talking about? And that's what I said. I'll pray to God. That's my answer usually to everything, guys. If you ask me out, let me check with God. I don't have a diary. I have God. God, what you think? You think I should go with this motherfucker? You think I should do this? You think this, that, and the other? And it's immediately, if I ever even have to say that, it's usually a no. If my spirit doesn't agree, then it disagrees. It's real simple. Only thing I got to do is get my mind to align with what my heart says. If my heart says no, but my mind wants it to be a yes, I might have to work on that. But no, the heart said absolutely not. The very sound of this sounds bad. Why am I give into this? My mind's going to feel sorry enough for you for me to cheat the system? Or you're fucking sorry enough to cheat the system? He said that he had applied for food stamps last month but didn't get them. Because you probably make too much motherfucking money over here. And that's not my fault. The structure of the government and how it works, that's why everybody's so mad. Because their paychecks can't buy them food, so they get mad that the government's buying us food. They can't qualify for food assistance because they make too much money, but they don't make enough money to eat. That's not my fault. That's the government's fault, bro. That's how they structured this bitch. Don't get mad at people that are being fed because they don't make as much as you. Bottom line. And I just want to point out, once I get this job, what you think I'm going to get food stamps and all of that? Realistically. Maybe a little, but no. That says that I make enough money to feed my own fucking family. And that's where everybody be hateful. You think, you know, you want to run around here with this fucking title and tell everyone how great your job is until you look in your refrigerator. Until we look at your bills. And then you're not doing so well and you're just hateful out there. That's not cool, bro. So, again, we're cutting off people, places, and things that don't serve us. People, places, and things that are trying to bring us down to their level. And being very honest and true about it. I'm not on this level and you're below me. That's below me, bro. I know of all the people, bro, of all the hungry people in this building that need to be fed, this motherfucker want to sit there and pull some shit like that. Like you ain't get a weekly paycheck. I just had to point that out, bro. I did, because those people will shock you. They will literally shock you with their fucking behaviors. They get so comfortable with you that they're going to sin. They're going to ask you to sin with them, bro. That's a sin. And you could have, you know what I mean? I could have lost everything. My family could have lost everything because you don't know how to budget your family. And the fact that you were going to put my family in risk just to feed your own shows that you ain't got nothing going right on your life. And that's to the rest of you. Don't think people that are on welfare aren't integral. Don't think people that are on fucking welfare don't have morals, scruples, and fucking, you know what I mean, loyalty, understanding, and some integrity. Don't think that we're the lowlifes that you are. All that means is we ain't got a job, bitch. That's all that means. This dude got a job and he's lower than they go. Every motherfucking employee in here, bro. You're better than me, not characterly, and obviously not financially if you're over here begging off of mine. It's ugly. That's ugly. And I didn't want to wake up and have to do it, but they're gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it to his face too. And that's what happens when the truth comes. You act. That's why it's like really difficult. You got to act right after you know what's right, the right thing to do. The right thing to do is throw this motherfucker under the bus and get behind the wheel and make sure he dies. You ain't never gonna pull some shit like this again. Not never. Not on me or not on another person. You're gonna get right. God saw you. You came to God's servant and asked her to fucking sin on your behalf. And that goes back to someone like Bobby. Bitch, I ain't never losing my divinity over your lack of. Your lack of. I'm not giving away my human rights because you don't know what the fuck, you don't know how to execute yours. Okay, now that that's gone, I'm going to take a real good breather. I'm going to burn the sage. I'm going to smoke the shit out of this bitch. I'm going to start dancing. I'm going to start pulling up the positivity, and we're going to have a good light reading today. And I'm sure that shit is going to come up. I'm sure that is. Do you only do the right thing when people are watching you? And that's what it is. You guys are afraid to be caught up in your shit. You're afraid to people to know what you're really about. Where'd you learn that, bro? The streets? You don't teach yourself no better to be a better person than the type of shit other people do? That was okay to you to put me in danger like that? I don't know. That says a lot about, you know, your thinking patterns. I would say almost that you're a fucking narcissist, that you have no common understanding to the actions, your words and actions, and how they affect others. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna keep this short and simple again. Watch out. You're gonna see it too. Little shit, bro. You gotta be like, oh nah, we're good. One and done. I don't need to learn anymore. I've seen enough. Some of you are gonna have to see a lot more before you learn that lesson. I don't know what to say. I love you guys. I will catch you guys soon. Laters, haters.